How to increase profit without increasing expenses. Hey guys, Vince Gabriel here to share with you some game-changing information that's gonna help you make more money in 2020. That rhymes. Here we go. So, a lot of people are focusing on top-line revenue, meaning how much more money are you bringing in on the top end, the gross. And that is great. That is great. But I forget who said this, but someone said that the top line revenue, your revenue feeds the ego, the profit feeds the family. Someone said that, I don't remember who. But the reality is your take home money is really what you need to focus on. So I want to give you 3 ways that you can increase profit without increasing expenses. And they're going to seem really simple, but they're not easy. So here's the first one. The first one to increase profit without increasing expenses is to raise your prices on all of your members. Now, that might have just made you go into an absolute cold sweat to be able to raise your prices on your current members. But if you're committed to growing your business and you want to make more money from your business and not increase your expenses, that is the fastest way to do it. And there's a lot of steps to it. We have to create a letter that will justify why you're raising your prices. You do not want to say things like, due to inflation, I'm raising my prices. No, you want to add value and say, these are the changes we're making to the facility. We're investing in education for our coaches and all things like that. And I work with my clients every day on the letter that they write to their clients to raise prices. But I will say, many of the guys in my mastermind have made this hard decision and increased their profit dramatically without increasing any expenses. Number 2 is to raise your prices on all future members. Now, this is a difficult one to do, so I'm going to explain this. Take notes on this one. This is very challenging. Here's what you do. You go to your computer, okay? You open up Microsoft Word. You go into the Microsoft Word document that holds your price sheet, and you go and you change the number. That's it. That's all you do, okay? Because the reality is, you increasing your profit this year without increasing expenses is as simple as that. It's going in and making a decision and having the confidence that people will pay more money for your service because you are better. That is it. It really all comes down to, do you have the ability to go into Microsoft Word, change a number, and reprint your price sheet with a new number on it? They don't know the old prices. They're not saying, oh, well, it used to be this and now it's this. They just know what the experience was on that first meeting with you. And did you do a good enough job to justify what the price is? But some of this stuff is, remember I said, this is simple. It's so simple. You go in and change the number, reprint your price sheet. It's not easy because there's a lot of head stuff that gets in the way. Oh, I don't want to raise. Oh, if I raise them, I don't think people will buy and stuff like that. And the reality is, you got to understand this thing about price is that most of the decisions about our prices are all in our own minds. And most of the resistance that we get from raising our prices are all created in our own heads. Okay? That is number 2. Number 3 is to improve your model. So I have a mastermind member from New York. He was the mastermind member of the year this year. We call it the Mastermind Member of the Year Award, and he got it this year. But he made a shift from doing all one-on-one personal training to doing one-on-6. And essentially what happened was he was getting $60 for a one-on-one session, and then by doing 6-on-1, he ended up getting like $300 to $400 a session, still paying the same amount to the trainer. Right? So that is a way that he increased his profit without increasing his expenses. And his business has absolutely skyrocketed this year from just changing the model. So if you're doing one-on-one, could you do one-on-4? I had a guy the other day saying he's doing one-on-3. And I said, why don't you do one-on-4? And he said, okay, well, right there is an increase in 25%, a potential of 25%, but just adding one more person. So you have to start thinking about, is there a way you can structure your model? Is there something that you can do in your facility to warrant better utilization of space to be able to train more people? We made that change several years ago where we just rearranged our facility and we were able to train more people and we ended up being more profitable. So yes, I want you guys to get more clients. I want you to increase the top line revenue, but the reality is sometimes there's really simple, easy decisions that can be made to increase the profit that you make in your business without increasing expenses. So if you'd like a resource and you'd like me to help you with some of this, probably the best place to go is to start listening to my podcast. We have tons and tons of different episodes on there that talk all about it. So I put the link of the podcast in the notes of the comments here. And so just go ahead and take a look. There's 70, 80 plus episodes on there now, and there's tons of free information where you can go and learn more from me. So hopefully this was helpful, and have a great day. Thanks.